Hello, everybody. It is windy as heck out today. Somewhere in Nebraska on the 80 heading towards Wyoming. Just got done doing some grocery shopping. Got to restock the truck. And I wish you guys had smell-o-vision because the truck smells amazing. I've got a pork roast cooking in the Instapot. It's been slow cooking for about 5 hours. Oh my God, it smells so good. So when I do finally pull over, we'll have dinner already done. And then I picked up some stuff to make fajitas. I picked up some chicken salad. I picked up some barbecue pork so we can have some pork sandwiches. And, the funny thing was, good morning, Brandy Ray, or good afternoon. Hi, Brandy Ray. Hi, David. Good evening from Missoula, Montana. Tonight I'm going to be having barbecue chicken and mashed potatoes and gravy and corn for dinner tonight. Okay, that sounds amazing. We're going to have pork roast and potatoes and carrots. That's the plan. Hey, Miss Brandy, how is your sister doing? I was worried about her. Hey, Miss Diane, how are you, sweetheart? I was just telling everybody that I got a pork roast cooking in the Instapot. It smells so good. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. I figured it was Sunday. We don't have to cook. We don't have to drive too much today, so we could actually sit down and eat dinner. So I made a pork roast. And then this morning I made scrambled eggs and sausage. Excuse me. I should not be yawning already. I'm just now starting to drive. But I only have to drive like 4 hours today, thank goodness. Hey, Cassandra, how are you, hon? Well, I'm glad she was released from the hospital, Brandy. I felt so bad for her. I hate being in the hospital. I hate it whenever I get sick and get admitted. It stinks. Okay, this road construction is for the birds. Excuse me. I came back from shopping inside Walmart and Larry was asleep on the bed with the 2 dogs curled up on him. And I forgot to get the dogs any toys. So luckily they didn't realize I was gone. Ooh, that sounds really good, Diane. I think tomorrow I'm going to make some teriyaki chicken with some rice. I picked up some new teriyaki sauce that my friend Jordan used in her crock pot the other day, and she said it was really good, so I'm going to give it a try. Oh, you're welcome, Brandy Ray. How is Pennsylvania going? Looks like we got some slow vehicles up here. RVers. It's raining. I saw that Catherine and Terry, they're in Pennsylvania because Catherine lives there, and they actually went out to lunch together. I was like, you lucky dogs. We're heading from Utah tomorrow, and then we got to pick up in California on Tuesday. And then from California, we're going to Virginia, and then I don't know where we're going after that. Probably won't know until tomorrow. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh my gosh, I was watching TikTok yesterday, and there was this girl, or no, it was a couple days ago. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those sequence pillows that you like. It has like a design on it, and then you swipe the sequins, and it turns into another design. So this girl had a shirt that had American flag on it, and then when you go to swipe the chest, it says Trump. And I was like, oh my God, that's like the coolest shirt ever. And she had got it from some company. They'd send it to her as a freebie. So because I commented on it, they're like, what's your address? We'll send you and Larry a bunch of stuff. So I'm excited when we get home. They're supposed to send us a bunch of stuff. I'm like, cool, I love freebies. You picked your baby boy today? Oh, tell me about that. I'm bummed everyone around here is out of. I know, Diane. I was just at the Walmart and they didn't have any Hawaiian bagels either. I was bummed. I've got like 3 Hawaiian bagels left. So yeah, I'm in the same boat you are. They were out of a lot of stuff. It seems like every time I go shopping, you got to kind of see what they have available, and then from what they have available, what can I make into a meal? Oh, that's cute. I need to get Band-Aid and Gizmo a few more toys on here. They've got plenty, but I usually spoil them whenever I go grocery shopping, and I'll pick them up a couple. But I did get them some treats. They're actually laying on the floor. Larry must have kicked them out of bed. It's supposed to be 65 through here, but we got some slow RVers. You got that right about what they have on the shelves. And I know I was trying to figure out, I'm like, quick and easy meals that we can have on the truck that doesn't take a lot of time, because I'll be doing a lot of driving this week, and so I don't want to do a lot of cooking. So that's why grocery shopping always takes me so long. And then I got to make sure that I get enough food that it's going to be able to fit in a refrigerator and still be able to close the door. So it's like, especially when it comes to produce is hard to get. Hey, Miss Lori, how are you, sweetheart? Oh my gosh, Brandy Ray, that's adorable. Okay, that's cute. It's shaped like a beer bottle. Okay, that's cute. You have to send me a picture. That sounds adorable. Oh my goodness. I am so thirsty today. I've got a soda and I've got my protein drink, and I'm still thirsty. Probably should have gotten a water. I'm sure I'm ticking the cars off behind me, but they keep going from fast to slow and fast to slow, and I hate doing that when Larry's trying to go to sleep. So I just kind of keep my distance, and that way I don't have to keep slamming on the brakes. Oh, yes. I'm hoping we can get to Pennsylvania and see you. Hey, Lori. So we were heading west. We're in Nebraska now. So I'm heading towards Wyoming. And then we'll pick up tomorrow in Utah. I think it's around Salt Lake City area. And then Tuesday we pick up in Los Angeles. And we'll go from Los Angeles to Virginia. So East Coast, West Coast again. Yeah, it was raining earlier. Now it's just like super windy. And it rained last night quite a bit too. Hey Pamela, how are you? Thank you. Safe travels and stay safe. Thank you, Pamela. Oh my goodness. Larry's so easy. I went grocery shopping and he loves it because when I go grocery shopping, it gives him free time because I can't take him in the store with me because he's like a 2-year old. I love that man to death. But every time I take him shopping at a grocery store or Walmart or something like that, he'll get his own cart and then he'll come back to me like 45 minutes later and have like $50, $60 worth of crap in his cart. And most of the time it's stuff we don't need. So normally when I go shopping, I just leave him in the truck, which he loves because he was sitting here playing TikTok or creating TikTok videos all day. As far as I know, yes. I know that we'll probably see some snow because Wyoming got snow and so did Utah. But so far, nothing today. And it's not supposed to be too windy, which is good because the 80 and the 25 have been open and shut, open and shut, open and shut due to winter and snow and wind. And oh, holy crap. Yeah, 101 inside of our truck. Yeah, I would definitely be like, turn on the AC for sure. It is so windy today. Oh, thank you, Pamela. Yeah, they are spoiled rotten. They had scrambled eggs and sausage this morning. About once a week when I cook a big breakfast or something, I always cook extra so they can have some, and they love scrambled eggs. So they got spoiled this morning, and they'll probably get some pork roast tonight after we get done eating. I gotta get him scheduled to get groomed because we're going home in 2 weeks just for a couple of days. Because Larry's got a doctor's appointment, and so I'm gonna try and get him groomed again so they stay nice and short. Especially with summer, I don't want him to get too hot. Looks like we got an RV in here. It's got some troubles because they got their four ways on. Yes, it is. And he cracks me up, Lori. Oh my gosh. I mean, sometimes he'll get stuff that we need and stuff like I probably wouldn't have thought about had he not been in the store with me. But a lot of times he'll come back and he'll have snacks and he'll have crap. And I'll be like, now you better eat that or you better use that. And he's like, I will. But yeah, he's such a kid. We always joke that if he does come in the store with me, I know that I'm going to spend, 50 to 100 bucks more than I planned to spend. And with the stores being so low on supplies right now, it's just a lot easier for me to go in and do the shopping because I can't really base what I'm going to cook on until I see what they have available. So it takes me a little while to shop. We're going to be home the week of June 6th because Larry's got an appointment on, I believe, the 7th. And we'll be home and then probably leave out that Friday. And we'll probably come home like that Monday afternoon and then leave out again on Friday. Because he's got 2 doctor's appointments and I'm going to try to get a checkup too. Because it's about time for me to have a checkup myself. With Larry's Crohn's disease, he has to go in like every 6 months to get checked on. And if he doesn't, then he doesn't get his medication. And he needs his medication. So. Yes, Diane, I am so with you on that one. Oh my gosh. The last time they got done, they looked really cute because I told the lady what I wanted. The teddy bear face, because I like their face longer. I like their body short, and I like their tail nice and fluffy. Yeah, I'm never going to let Larry take them in again. He wanted them shaved like down to nothing. And I know it's summertime and I know it's hot, but it's like, I don't want my boys naked. It was so funny last night. We stopped at a TA to swap, and there was a Saps Brothers right next to it. Or no, it was this morning when we were stopping to get our showers. I'm like, hey, babe, there's a Saps Brothers. We should go there. And we were going to go there for the showers, but it was a really tiny Saps Brothers. So I was like, they probably didn't have a bidet. But we almost went because supposedly some of the Saps Brothers has a big soaking bath. I was like, oh, that would have been nice. That wind is brutal. Come on. Ooh, Chinese sounds so good, Brian. Yum. I keep hoping we get a load to Oregon because that's where his brother lives and he hasn't seen him in so long. But we don't get a lot of runs like up towards Oregon or Washington too often. I keep hoping. And I like driving up by Oregon. Oregon's so pretty. There's so many pretty areas. I called my oldest daughter, Katie, the one that just got married a little bit ago. And I asked her what she was doing. And she said her I can't call her girlfriend anymore. Now it's her wife. But they're watching Disney movies today. I'm like, oh, I remember doing that with the grandkids, just sitting around watching Disney movies. I can't remember the last. Oh, you jerk! Cut me off like that. Lucky for you, I was paying attention. I hate it when truckers do that crap. It didn't even flash his lights to say thank you for letting me over. Jerk. Okay, Brian, that sounds amazing. We have not had Chinese in a while. Our favorite, what we usually get is I will either get like the house fried rice, which has got everything in it: shrimp, chicken, pork, beef. But I get it with extra egg and I get it extra dark, which I guess is a St. Louis tradition. And then the other thing I like is I like General Tso's chicken and beef and broccoli. And then Larry's favorite is shrimp lo mein. The new border around the truck. Okay, Lori, that sounds delicious. I almost picked up some ground turkey today. I love mac and cheese. mac and cheese and sausage. Okay, that sounds really, really, really good. That sounds like a really good combo. Yes, I hate that, Cassandra. I hate it when they do that. And a lot of times they do it and they don't use a turn signal. It's like, what's a turn signal? I hate that. Oh, okay. I need to make a new graphic for Trucker Safety Divas. I'm going to try and get that done today because we added TJ Granny, also known as Terry, and we also added Catherine as administrators to Trucker Safety Divas. And then on a Trucker's View, Kiara and her girlfriend are going to start live streaming on there too. So it'll be interesting. We'll have some new people on there. That is so true, Brian. I so appreciate it when four-wheelers flash me to let me know it's okay to get over. I always flash them back and tell them thank you because I love it when people do that. It's so rare. The other day I had my turn signal on and I counted 9 people passed me before somebody let me over. I'm like, ugh. And it was like, I think the speed limit was 70 miles an hour and I was behind an RV that was doing 50 miles an hour. So I was like putting along. And finally, this old couple was nice enough that they flashed their lights and told me that I could get over. And as soon as I got over, I flashed my lights at them and told them thank you. And then when they passed me, I waved at them too. And my friend Terry, TJ Granny, she actually has signs that she keeps in her door that says, like, thank you for letting me over, or, just signs telling four-wheelers thank you, which I think is so cool. Okay, that sounds amazing. Is it just like regular breakfast sausage, Lori? Yes, you know what? It's just common courtesy. I appreciate it when four-wheelers do that. Although, the one thing I noticed last year, and I haven't really noticed it this year, but it was last year when RV season was really big and you saw a lot of RVers on there like right now. I did notice that a lot of older people driving the RVs would flash their lights at me when they were on the left-hand side of me. But it wasn't to tell me that it was okay to get over. They were trying to tell me that they were passing me. And it's like, I so wanted to tell them that's not the proper way to do that. It's like, because when you flash your lights at me, I'm assuming that you're saying it's safe for me to get over. But I can't tell you how many times last year it was always older people. And it was them flashing their lights to let me know that they were going to pass me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I couldn't hit your RV. Oh, awesome, Brady. Shoot, I should have looked at that before I went into Walmart. Cool, I will check those out later on tonight. I'm always looking for new recipes, especially if it's something quick and easy. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I cannot agree with you more, Brian. I was in a really bad storm yesterday, and I wish Larry was up here so he could have taken a picture of the driver's side mirror because I can't when I'm driving, obviously. I can't. But it's like I want him to take a picture of the driver's side mirror so you guys can see what I see in the middle of the storm. And what I see in the middle of a pouring down rainstorm in my mirrors is nothing, especially if you don't have your headlights on. I can't see anything. So I don't usually pass at all when it's raining like that because I can't be sure if there's somebody in the lane next to me because it's so hard for me to see out of my mirrors. we have often said that I wish they would put windshield wipers on our mirrors because our mirrors are so big. And then especially like when it's icy, it'd be nice to have windshield wipers. I used to do that too, Lori, just make something up in the crock pot, especially when I was at home. And if I had leftovers, I'd be like, okay, we're going to mix this together and this together. And then sometimes it turned out really good and sometimes it turned out really awful. And poor Larry was a guinea pig. I did that a lot when I was a trucker's wife and he was over the road because I worked 2 jobs when he was over the road. And so a lot of times I didn't have time to cook because I'd come home, I'd change, and then I'd have to go right to my next job. So a lot of times I'd put stuff in the crock pot in the morning, and then when I came home, I'd eat real quick and then go to my next job. So I did that a lot. It was like, okay, what do I have in the fridge? What can I throw in my crock pot? And it'll make a meal by the time I get home. I always called them dump meals. Ooh, I love pork chops. So does Larry's. Larry's a big pork chop fanatic. He loves, well, you know, he's a huge steak fanatic. He likes crab and he likes pork. I try to get him to eat more pork than the red meat because, of course, the red meat's not very good for him. My husband tells me when I am in our pickup and drive the interstate that I know the rules of trucking. That is so smart. Okay, your husband is very smart. I try to teach my children too because, like my youngest daughter, Tori, she's like petrified to pass a semi truck. She's scared of trucks. I mean, she's literally scared of trucks. So every time I'm in the car with her, I try to give her pointers and tips. Now, whether or not she listens to me, who knows? Hey, Miss Cindy Medill, how are you, sweetheart? I hope you guys are doing good. I hope everyone's doing good with you. Driving soon. Thank you, Miss Cindy. Yes, I hate that, Cassandra. I hate it. I think what I hate the most is four-wheelers who do not know how to merge onto a highway. To me, that's one of the most dangerous things because when I'm in the right-hand lane, I have my cruise control set and I'm not going to slow down for you. So you need to make a conscious decision as you're coming onto the highway. Do I want to speed up and get in front of that truck or do I want to slow down and get behind that truck? But I hate people that expect me to slow down. It's like, I have the right of way. You are merging into traffic. Figure out what you're going to do. There has been many times where I've forced a car off onto the shoulder because I would have hit them because they couldn't decide what they were going to do. Cindy, that's cute. I like that. Chicken surprise. I did it when we were home, actually. I had some chicken. It turned out so good. So I used my Instapot and I threw in some chicken breast. And then in a pan, I sauteed some onions, some celery, and some butter until they got real soft. And then I threw that on top of my chicken. And then I put in 2 boxes of stovetop stuffing, the cornbread kind. And then I put in 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, 1 can of cream of chicken soup, and then 1 can of milk. And it was so good. I cooked it for like an hour in the Instapot. It was, and I added green beans too, fresh green beans. Oh my gosh, yes, Debbie. Wyoming and Nebraska to me are so boring. Now, Wyoming, once you get into like the middle of Wyoming, it's got mountains, so it's a little better. But yeah, it's so boring. Iowa is kind of similar to this. And actually parts of Colorado, like right before you get to the Denver area, it looks very much like this too. Very long. The only good thing is like on the way to Colorado, sometimes you'll see buffalo in the fields. There's a couple of buffalo farms, so those are kind of cool. But yeah, my most favorite state to drive through is Montana by far. It's so pretty. Ooh, that sounds so good. Yeah, I love pork steaks too. Larry actually makes something really similar to that when we're at home. He'll brown up pork chops in a pan, and then he'll pour the mushroom gravy over it, and then he just puts it on top of a bed of rice, and it's so good. Doesn't so the first meal he ever made me when we were dating. I think it was like a week after we started dating. He invited me over to his apartment. That was the first meal. Okay, yeah, goulash is good too. I haven't had goulash in a while, but there's this guy on YouTube I love called Pressure Luck, and he makes really good Instant Pot meals. And he's got a goulash recipe that is so good. It's got vinegar in it, so I wasn't sure I would like it, but it was really, really good. No, they haven't yet, Brandy. They were gonna. I think they're taking off tomorrow. Poor Justin didn't even get home until yesterday morning, and when I talked to him last night, he still had not been to sleep yet. So I think they were taking today and tomorrow to get the truck loaded and get all the running around done, and I think they're taking off tomorrow. So I'm crossing my fingers and everything's fixed and everything's going to go smoothly for them. Okay, I like that even better, Cindy. Call it a kitchen surprise. What you having for dinner? A kitchen surprise. Just eat it and be happy. Exactly, Brian. Exactly. There's been so many state police officers that have done really good videos about merging into the highway and what's the proper way to do it and what's not the proper way. Because I'll be honest with you, before I became a truck driver, I didn't know what the proper way was to merge onto the highway. It wasn't until I went through CDL school and then I realized that I'd been doing it wrong this whole time. And then when I became a truck driver and I realized how hard it is for us to stop our trucks, and then it's like, you start to appreciate, oh shit, I never want to cut off a truck again. It's a funny, all the things that I used to do as driving a four-wheeler that I don't do anymore. Even in my own car, when I take my turns, I take them super wide, like I'm in a semi-truck all the time. It's just habit. Yes, Lori, that's my favorite meal. Like, my two favorite meals when we're home is I love grilled hamburgers and I love grilled pork steaks with barbecue sauce. Like, those are the two things I love, love, love. Larry likes the steaks, and I do like Larry's steaks. But for me, it would be a grilled hamburger and barbecue pork steaks for sure. Exactly, Diane. That's so true. It's so boring. Ugh. It doesn't really start getting pretty on this route until like the middle of Wyoming. And then you'll start seeing like Elk Mountain and Medicine Bow Mountain. And then it's pretty. And then when you get into Utah, it's breathtaking. But we probably won't get into Utah until like early, early morning. Hey, Mike, how are you? How are you doing? Long time no hear, bud. I know, and Brady, it doesn't help that I can smell that food in the Instant Pot because, oh my God, the whole truck smells amazing. I forgot how good pork roast is. Like, my mouth is watering right now. Although, I did find myself, if I can find them. I bought myself some apple slices and caramel. How they felt. I'll get it in a bit. I know, it's a summertime yet. As soon as I park in the summertime, I tell you what. And shoot, by the time I park, it'll be like so tender, it'll be falling apart. I love meals like that where you can just throw it in there and not have to worry about it. And then the cleanup's so easy because I just picked up some more plastic silverware and some more paper plates. So you can just throw the plates away. And then the only thing I really need to clean is Instant Pot, and that's like super easy. And then I'll be ready to do teriyaki chicken for tomorrow. I was going to ask, because Diane, I know you go to Walmart a lot. any of you guys tried Walmart's chicken salad? I have no idea what the hype is, but I was seeing all over TikTok and all over Facebook. People were talking about how amazing this chicken salad was. And so I went into Walmart tonight or this afternoon, and I got like these 4 small individual containers of chicken salad. And then they had some croissants. So for lunch tomorrow, I figured I would put some chicken salad on croissants, and we could have that for lunch. It sounded really good. But the thing is, they had like 4 different versions of chicken salad, so I hope I got the right one. I got the one with celery and cranberries because that sounded kind of good. Okay. Oh yeah, I could totally see that, Brian. I could totally see that. I'm sorry, Mike. That's right. I did see a comment on the show last night. We had a lot of comments last night. Holy cow. And the show went a lot longer than we expected, but it was fun. We were having fun. I feel so bad for Lori, though. Poor thing. She had like no signal, and then she went inside the truck stop, hoping that maybe the signal would be better inside there, and it still wasn't. And this wind is just blowing me around like crazy. Okay, sorry about that. I was slowing down to see if maybe that helps with the wind. I don't mind rocking Larry to sleep, but I don't want to rock him out of the bed. Okay. Diane, what do you put on your pork chops? Brian, we are delivering. Sorry, I mean an apple. We are delivering in Utah tomorrow. And then on Tuesday, we'll pick up in Los Angeles and we'll head to Virginia. Hi, Ricky. How are you? It worked really good. Brandy Ray, we actually used it when we were at home. It fit perfectly on our kitchen sink. It worked really, really well. I don't, you know what, Diane? I don't know if it was made by Reeves or not. I don't know. I'll have to look when I stop. That's right. See, I was hoping they had one that had grapes and walnuts, but they had just a plain chicken salad, and then they have this one that's got cranberries and celery. So I'm hoping it's good. I don't know what all the hype's about, but I was like, that'd be a quick and easy lunch, and it wouldn't be very expensive. It's rather healthy. Oh, what do you got coming to your house, Mike? Hey, Kira, how are you, sweetie? I heard you guys going out to get lunch. Oh, you have a walker coming to your house. Okay, well, that's awesome, Mike. Hopefully that's going to help you with your mobility. Yeah, Sydney Larry is sleeping. He only has to drive like 4.5 hours tonight, but he was so exhausted because he'd been up all night from driving. So he was going to try and sleep for a little bit. And then we'll have dinner. And then he'll probably drive a little bit tonight. I'm the navigator and the driver right now because Larry is sleeping. And this wind is ridiculous. Oh, iron skillet. Yep. We always prefer iron skillet over country kitchen. I don't know why, but like Larry likes their steaks. That's a good question. I don't know, Brady. I never really thought about that. I might toast the croissant rolls. I also, that's why I told you guys before that they have the rotisserie chicken that's like all pulled apart, and so they have traditional rotisserie chicken, but they also have like a fajita rotisserie chicken. So I picked up some of that today, along with a couple limes, some sour cream, some red onions, and some tortillas. So we're gonna have like some soft tacos with some of that. I think that's gonna be so good. And I love putting lime on my street tacos. Okay, so salt, pepper, garlic, liquid smoke, and I tenderize it and I cut through the fat on the outside. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. We have not used our iron skillet in a very long time. Yes, there's a grocery store close to where we live at. It's called Deerberg's, and it's kind of an expensive grocery store as far as grocery stores go. But oh my God, their chicken salad is like the best. It's worth it just to go get the chicken salad. There's really not much else I would need from there, but their chicken salad is to die for. I love my mom's. My mom's chicken salad is my favorite, and Deerberg's is like as close as I can get to my mom's chicken salad. All right, Brian, have a good one. Be safe. I'm sorry, Mike. What happened that you had a bad week? So far, my week's been pretty uneventful, which is good. That's a good thing. I like uneventful. It means nothing really bad's happened, other than I've got a really bad kink in my neck and I can't seem to turn my head very well. I think I slept funny on my pillow. Absolutely, Cindy. I would love that. We got more than enough. Although I have a feeling that if there's any leftovers tonight, the dogs will probably eat it. So I need to set up. We used to have a fundraising page for Trade Tracker, but it actually canceled the other day because I'd had it up for a few months. So I need to reset up a new one. So I'll have it set up tonight and have the link out there. I actually just bought some Walmart cards today so I can donate some. Oh, your Walmart does not have the pulled breast chicken. Darn it. Yeah. So far, most of Walmarts I've seen it is like in the deli section. This particular one, though, they had the traditional, they had fajita. Oh, and they had barbecue flavor too. So I was like, I'm gonna get that, and some tortillas, and some sour cream, and some red onions, and some limes. Okay, this is like my absolute favorite. At Walmart, hold on just a second, sorry. Try not to make a mess here. Okay, at Walmart in the fruit section, They have these little trays that have apple slices with caramel or apple slices with peanut butter. They're my absolute favorite. They're like $1.25. So it's like the same price as a candy bar, half the calories, and it's so good. It's really convenient when you're driving. Well, Mike, I'm really sorry. If you want to send me a message, feel free, and I'll take a look at it after I get done driving. Sorry, I'm like chewing on an apple slice. Thank you, sweetheart. Whoa, this truck almost just ran right into me. Well, that's because he's texting. Stay in your lane, mister. Dude, stay. It's a wind. You're done now. I know. The clouds are very, very, very pretty. I'm just glad it's not raining like it did yesterday. Wow, that flag is torn. He needs to put up a new one. Hey, Heidi, how are you, sweetheart? Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea too, Brandy. I never thought about that. Open face sandwiches would be really good. All right, Miss Cassandra, have a good day, sweetie. And yes, they are cheaper than a candy bar, and I love it. I love it, love it. Making dinner, cooking herb and garlic chicken. Okay, you guys are all making me so hungry. I love apples and peanut butter too, honey, but you're gonna laugh. I'm so picky when it comes to peanut butter. Like the only peanut butter I like, and I don't know why. I guess I was born and raised on it, and I've tried all the other ones. But the only one I like is regular Jif peanut butter. That's it. I don't like Peter Pan. I don't like Skippy. I don't like Crunchy. I'm so picky. That's like there's hardly anything I'm picky on, but peanut butter is one of those things I only have Jif. I have 2 bottles of it on my truck right now because I do. I dip my carrots in it. I did my apple slices in it, and then we eat a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. All right, Miss Kira, have a good one, sweetie. I'll talk to you tonight. Okay, Mike, I will definitely check that out. All right, Miss Lori, take care, hon. See, I used to love the crunchy peanut butter with the nuts when I was a kid, but not so much anymore. I don't know why. Larry still likes it. He likes the crunchy peanut butter. That's like his favorite. Or no, his favorite's that peanut butter that's got the strawberry jelly all already mixed in. I think it's called Goober. He used to get a spoon and just eat right out of the jar. Yep, see me too. Randy Ray, that's a really good idea because I love Bob Evans mashed potatoes. We get those a lot. That's a really good idea. And I was right in the refrigerator section and I saw the pot roast. So yeah, yum. seen that too, Diane. I actually saw that in a TikTok video. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that would be. We've never done that ourselves, but I have seen recipes where they do that. Or they'll do a dry mustard too and rub that on. I know. The Bob Evans potatoes are seriously the best, and I love mashed potatoes. They're my favorite. They're not good for you, but hey, not yet. That is a great idea, Brandy. That sounds really good. We are in Nebraska. Should be coming up on Wyoming pretty soon. And then in Utah after that. We just have to think. We can never remember. It's pretty boring like this until we get to about the middle of Wyoming. I've never had the garlic mashed potatoes. That sounds good. I used to make homemade mashed potatoes all the time. And Larry would always be like, why are you making homemade mashed potatoes? Just use the instant. I'm like, I could not stand the instant. And now that I found the Bob Evans ones, those are the only ones I'll use now. They're so good. But he grew up like eating the potato flakes. And I don't care how much butter and salt and pepper you put on those things. They still don't taste like potatoes. But the Bob Evans ones, they're super good. I'm sorry, Mike. As I'm sitting here eating apple slices with caramel. I'm a garlic fanatic, so I would probably love the garlic potatoes. I use roasted garlic like in everything I cook almost. I have a jar in the fridge here. I have a jar in the fridge at home. It's like one of those things that I never run out of. Okay, I've never had the loaded Bob Evans mashed potatoes, but I bet you they're amazing too. I have tried the macaroni and cheese, and that was pretty good too. Yes, I don't like instant potatoes. I don't care. I don't care how much you doctor them. They're still instant potatoes, and they taste like it. Oops. I accidentally clicked myself out. Hey, Court, how are you? We need to do laundry so bad, Heidi. I'm like getting low on clothing. We were trying to do better because before we went home, we took off like so many clothes in our truck because we had like a combination of winter and spring on here. So when we got back on the truck, I had enough clothes for about 3 weeks, and we're almost at 3 weeks now. So I'm getting very low on clothing. So at some point this weekend, we're gonna have to do one. Really, Diane? Okay, that sucks. Okay, I have to tell you, the first Mother's Day Larry and I ever had together, I had mentioned to him that I really never had a Mother's Day with my kids because everyone was so busy. And at that point, my daughter had my oldest grandson. He was like 2 months old. So Larry went and called my girls behind my back and told them, hey, your mom's got to work on Mother's Day. Why don't we surprise her and we'll all go out to breakfast together? So I had no idea that they were going to be there. So he texted me that morning because he was coming home from being on the road. He's like, hey, let's meet at Boob Evans. I was like, what is Boob Evans? He's like, oops, I meant Bob Evans. So ever since then, we always call it Boob Evans. Hey, you want to go to Boob Evans? Ooh, that does sound good. I didn't know they had all these different flavors. I'm obviously not very observant. I do choose Cindy. I'm a garlicaholic. Yeah, I can see that. And honestly, I really shouldn't have potatoes. I need to start working on the weight. But they're so good. It's so hard to stay away from carbs. It's like, they're bad for you. So I'm trying very hard to have my carbs in moderation. Or if I'm going to eat carbs, make sure I walk that day. So at least I'm doing something and not just sitting on the butt. For breakfast this morning, I did a little bit of scrambled eggs. And then for lunch, I'm having a protein shake. I'm so sorry, Cindy. I'm so sorry that you guys don't have water. And there's nothing worse than having to lug your laundry to a laundromat. It stinks. I remember when we had to do that. I hated it. And now when we get home and we get off the truck, we've got like 7 or 8 loads of laundry because not only do we have all of our clothes, but we've got all of our jackets that we always rewash. And then we usually will bring with us like 4 sheets and 4 comforters and a bunch of pillowcases just in case. So we have to wash all the bedding too. So it's like Larry's favorite time of day when we get home. First thing he does is, I gotta go stir laundry. I gotta go stir laundry. He loves laundry. So I'm just like, you have it. Have fun. It's all on you. I won't take your laundry away from you. That is good. Yes, I will need to try them. And I'm sorry, I know I'm behind on comments. I don't eat carbs like mac and cheese, spaghetti, and potatoes because of my diabetes. Yeah, I completely understand that because it makes your blood sugar spike. Larry's got to be careful too because last year he was diagnosed with borderline diabetes. So, and he's on medication right now for that. So we try to watch what he eats too as far as carbs too. For that very reason, because he doesn't have diabetes and we don't want him to get diabetes, but he is borderline. So I know I don't miss laundromats either. Oh my gosh. And having to lug all the laundry and then all the laundry detergent. Yeah, it sucks. We usually have to do laundry like 2 times when we're out on the road before we actually get home. Which luckily majority of all the truck stops do have laundry services in them. And then we always keep a bottle of laundry detergent and dryer sheets and fabric softener in our outside toolbox. That way we're not having to pay, like $1.25 for a little tiny box of laundry detergent. It's going down to one lane again. Darn it. Your husband is a type 2. Yeah, Larry was borderline type 2. So we're keeping an eye on him. They got him on metformin right now. So far, he's been doing really good. He had to pretty much change up his diet, stop drinking so much Mountain Dew and so many Red Bulls. And now I've got him drinking a whole bunch of water every day, too, so that helps out, too. The sun is so pretty. What you cooking today, Mike? Anything good? Yeah, yes, you do have to watch the carb. I have not tried the cauliflower rice yet. I was looking in the freezer section at the bird's eye, and I saw that they had the cauliflower rice, and I was like, I wonder if it's any good. So, because that's another one. He likes to eat a lot of rice. So I'm wondering how the cauliflower rice would taste in comparison to rice. Because rice isn't good either. It is good? Okay, I'm going to have to try it. I almost bought some. I love getting the bird's eye steamed fresh vegetables because they're so small. They fit in my freezer. And they're like a meal. We get those all the time. Oh, good. I'm going to try it. I'm going to definitely try it. Oh, I was going to tell you, Heidi. Larry told me he was going through your TikToks last night, and there was a couple of that he said he's going to duet with you. So you'll have to be. I don't know which ones. He just told me that he saw like 2 or 3 of them that he wants to duet with you. So be on the lookout. Him and his crazy TikTok. He's obsessed. He's always trying to come up with new ideas and new things to do so he can be creative. It's cute. My 2 favorite TikToks that he ever did was the one where he's doing that song with sign language in front of the lighthouse. That's my absolute favorite because I know how hard he worked on that song. He practiced for like almost a month before he ever did it because he wanted to be like spot on. And then he just happened to go away for that weekend to a place at a winery that had a lighthouse. So it works out perfectly. And then the other one that I love is one where he's pretending to eat bandit. And he's like, I know it's bad for me, but I can't help. Num, 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 num. That was my other favorite one of his. He tries to be very creative. He always helps me out with mine, too. We've been wanting to do a duet of Summer Lovin' with him being Danny from Greece and me being Sandy. And he tried to do it the other night, but he did it like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. And when he recorded it, it was like perfect. But then when we watched it back, his wording was like way off. So we're going to try and redo that one. And I was like, that'd be cute. I'm going to try and throw my hair up in a ponytail so I look like Sandy. know, my granddaughters are the ones that got me hooked on it, Heidi. We didn't even know what the hell TikTok was a year ago. And then we were at their house and they were watching TikTok and they were laughing their butts off. We're like, what are you watching? And then they showed us it. And then when we were down with COVID, my youngest daughter, she's like, she saw how much success we were having on Facebook. And she's like, Mom, you should go and get a TikTok account. I'm like, I don't want to get a TikTok account. I don't know how to do any of that crap. So during COVID is when we actually set up our first TikTok account. It took us a while to like get the hang of it. I felt like we were old people trying to learn something new, but now it's fun. It's fun coming up with creative ideas. And I've already met quite a few people from TikTok, which is pretty cool. I know I haven't seen one either. I'm really shocked as windy as it is. I haven't seen a single tumbleweed. It is very, very windy. I bet you once I get up in the mountains, I'll probably see it because that's where it'll be the windiest. And that's usually where I'll get tumbleweeds stuck underneath my motor. Especially like in between Cheyenne and Laramie. That's like one of the windiest areas. Yeah, it's been a year. Oh my goodness. And it's so funny, our grandkids, they still have to teach us how to do stuff. Where I'll call my daughter up, I'll be like, how do I do that? How do I do the hashtags? So like, if it wasn't for my granddaughters and my daughter, we would not even have a TikTok account. But now we're like hooked. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. And I love seeing everybody else's creativity and their TikToks that they do and trying to come up with new ideas for new ones. It's fun. And there's a lot of truckers on TikTok, which I think is really cool because it gives you a chance to see everybody's inside of their trucks and what kind of trucker they are, whether they're like, you know, if they do flatbed or if they do reefers, if they're a local driver or if they're over the road. It's kind of cool. Yay, no more construction. Woohoo! All right. I know, I am the same way. Hey, Miss Lori, how are you, sweetie? Looks like you had a really good lunch with your bosses today. That looks like a super cool restaurant. Exactly. It's all about the creativity. We're talking all about TikTok, Lori, and how fun and creative it is. Trying to come up with new ideas and new TikToks to make. I haven't made any good ones lately. I need to. Usually what I'll do is I'll make like 3 or 4 of them at a time, and then I'll stick them in my drafts folder. So that way, like when I'm too busy on the road, I can just go in my folder and put up a TikTok that I've already made. Because sometimes it's really hard when we're working 10 hours a day to try to get any TikToks done. I did a couple yesterday when I was driving in that storm. And I'll probably do some more today, like up in the mountains where it's really pretty in Wyoming. Me too, Lori. Did you? Larry's already, his mind's like going. He's already got like a million of them he's wanting to do. So I figure in the next day or two, he'll probably have a whole bunch of TikToks up. Yes, he's got a warped mind, Heidi, so we'll see. It is really pretty up here. Now we're starting to get into where it's going to start getting pretty. It's not flat land. I hate it when it's all flat land and farms, so there's not much to see. Now it starts getting prettier. Hey, Miss Terry, how did your lunch with Catherine go? I'm so glad you guys are going to see each other again. And oh my God, Murph's little dress was so cute. She looked like a bride. Oh, so cute. Yes, we were just talking about Larry and I have been wanting to do Summer 11 by Grease, where he's Danny and I was going to throw my hair up in a ponytail and I'll be Sandy. He tried to do it the other night, but we couldn't get the music and his lips to line up correctly. So we're going to try and do it again tonight and see if it works out. Oh my gosh, Lori, you would have laughed your butt off today. I was doing a live TikTok this morning cooking breakfast, and Larry had set up the camera for me when I was in the shower. And so the deal was I took my shower and then I came out to the truck and I was going to make breakfast. And then I was also going to put stuff in the Instant Pot for dinner. So I was going to make biscuits and gravy. So I come out here and I am live streaming and I'm making the sausage. I get the sausage all cooked up and I'm getting ready to go add the milk. And as soon as I pour the milk's bad. I'm like, son of a bitch. Okay, so I guess we're not having biscuits and gravy. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just let that cool down. And backup plan will be I'll make scrambled eggs and sausage because I had scrambled eggs and sausage. So the table that I use to cook on is like one of those TV trays. And Larry has not tightened it yet, and it's really wobbly. So I went to go move the table back a little bit so I could get the eggs and the sausage out of the refrigerator. And when I did that, the whole pan of sausage gravy fell onto the floor and ruined my rug. So luckily, I was going to Walmart, so I went to Walmart and got a new rug. But yeah, so everybody got to see that on TikTok this morning. It was pretty funny. Ooh, pizza sounds good. Aw, that's awesome. I saw the pictures of the three of you. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool, Lori. Yes. Oh my God, it was so funny. And everybody was watching it. I'm just like, if Larry was here, he would be laughing his butt off because that's so like me. I'm so clumsy. I don't mean to be, but I am. So it's like everybody got to see me. One, I threw curdled milk in with breakfast. So that was disgusting. And then two, I dumped the whole pan of sausage and gravy. Luckily, it all landed on the rug. So all I had to do was like pick up the rug and throw it in a trash bag. The dogs were trying to eat it. I'm like, no, no, don't eat it. Oh, no way. Is your boss shorter than you, Lori? Cow cows everywhere. Yeah, exactly. They did get some of the sausage, but hey, it was hard to keep them away from it. Oh, I was like trying to get everything cleaned up before Larry got back with his shower and still cook breakfast. It was a nightmare. Luckily, by the time he got back, I had breakfast ready. And then we were able, I got the dishes cleaned, got everything put away, and then we went to Walmart so I could go buy another rug to replace the one that I just spilled sausage gravy all over. Luckily, they had the exact same one. So worked out perfect. And of course, it had to happen on a live. I'm like, seriously? I just got the worst luck. She seems really amazing, Terry. Yeah. From everything that Lori's told me, they seem really sweet. Ooh, this wind is crazy. That's always important, Lori. It's always nice to have good rapport with your boss. Our old boss, our old driver manager, she called us a couple weeks ago, trying to get us to come back to FedEx Ground, and it was tempting. We thought about it, but it was like the bad thing about FedEx Ground is that um, we would have to do the same route over and over and over again. We wouldn't be able to go and see the country like we do now. And if we have to take time off, we have to get it approved before we can ever take time off. So it doesn't give us the flexibility that we have now. And so I'm like, no, we're not going to go back. It is very wobbly, Diane. And then on top of that, my electric skillet, one of the screws came out of the leg, and I don't know where it's at. So, like, the combination of having a wobbly TV table and then now I've got a screw missing on my electric skillet, it was not a good combination this morning. Breakfast went everywhere. It's pretty funny. At least I laughed about it. What are you going to do, you know? I look like a fool. I look like a total butthead. Oh well, you know, crap happens. It was funny. If Larry had been there, he would have been laughing hysterically because I'm sure it was quite funny to watch. Not much, Terry. We're pretty light. I think we're like 5,000 pounds. We've only got 5 pieces on us right now, and one of them's like a 12-pound hazmat box. It's 75 here, and I've actually slowed down to 70 just because the wind is just. And I'm not even in Wyoming yet. I'm almost in Wyoming. Still in Nebraska. Oh, that's awesome, Heidi. How far along is she? See, we've been really lucky, Lori. We haven't really, the only day that we really had to deal with heat was when we were in Georgia, and it was 95 that day, so it was pretty hot. But since then, everywhere we've been has been like in the 60s or 70s. Like right now, it's 61 here in Nebraska, so it's not too bad. Yeah, it could have gotten thrown out with the carpet. Larry said he was going to go through his toolbox and see if maybe he's got, because he's got all kinds of miscellaneous screws and stuff. So he's going to see if he's got something that might fit it. Exactly. The wind does suck harder when it's light, and luckily, you know, we've got plenty of time to kill. So I'm doing 70 miles an hour. I figure, you know, I'll just go slow, and that way it's not quite so bad. Oh, she's 23 weeks. That's cool. Lori, have you ever stayed at a Saps Brothers hotel, or not Saps Brothers, Little America? I've heard those are really nice. Oh, that'll be so exciting, Heidi. Ew, yuck. 91 in Florida. No, thank you. I'm sure it'll be hot when we get to California on Tuesday. Come on, dude. Pass me so I can get over. Thank you. Ooh, that sounds good, Randy Racy. We were just talking about Chinese. Chinese sounds good. I wish there was Chinese in the truck stops. There's only one truck stop I know of that has Chinese, and that's actually Petro in Nebraska, and they've got a little Chinese restaurant in there. But other than that, you hardly ever see Chinese in a truck stop, which sucks because we love Chinese. Yeah, we've been inside Little America as far as to eat, but we've never taken a shower there or stayed in the hotel. Although I've heard that they're super nice. My friend Brita was talking about how whenever she gets some downtime, she loves staying at them because they got like gigantic bubble baths. I'm like, hey, you're talking my language. Yes, we do need to check one out. Yeah, I've heard that they have a post office. That's pretty cool. The first one I was ever at was in, I think, Wyoming. And then I've been to the one in Flagstaff. Yes, Laura, I heard that they're really big, oversized soaking tubs. And supposedly they even have them in the shower rooms too. Supposedly, like if you go to take a shower there, instead of like just staying at the hotel, they have bathrooms or bathtubs. It's supposed to be like all marble. It's supposed to be really nice. Oh, actually, my ear's feeling a lot better. It wound up popping last night in the middle of the night. It still hurts a little bit, and I can actually feel like some fluid buildup underneath my ear. So I think it's like all my sinuses all related. It'll probably start hurting tonight once I get up in the mountains up in Utah. And it's just my left ear that hurts. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off here because I promised my daughter I would call her and she just got off work. So I'm going to give my daughter a call. But we'll probably be back on later on tonight once Larry gets up. I know, I need to stop yawning. And it doesn't help that there's really not much to look at. It's like all flat and boring. No buildings. It's boring, boring, boring. All right, guys, go talk to you later. Bye, everybody.